What's up, metal and heavy music fans? It's Flight of Icarus again with MetalTrenches.com. As always, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel and like the video if you enjoy it. But it's time to talk about North Carolina progressive deathcore group KROSIS and their sophomore album, A Memoir of Free Will, out February 7th via Unique Leader Records. Let me start by saying I loved their 2018 debut, Solemn Vadum, which I described as heavy and crunchy enough for deathcore fans, but technically proficient enough for the progressive death metal crowd.
Everybody happy!
It was an album that drew a broad array of comparisons: Born of Osiris's approach to synth work, the brutality of Vulvodynia, Within the Ruins guitar tone and riffs, and even the occasional chill jazz infusion of Animals as Leaders. And thankfully, all of these elements continue to trend on A Memoir of Free Will, but each greatly matured and expanded. Psychoticalism is the perfect lead single, as it really does provide an excellent microcosm of what to expect from the album as a whole. The opening is as brutal as they come, drawing connections to Archspire with the rapid, syncopated vocal delivery. You'd better believe I was banging my head like crazy watching the music video, and props to the band for keeping the crab stance alive and well all the way up to 2020. But that really only describes one side of this song. There are various moments where the highly technical, beneath the massacre sounding guitars slip away, and we are left with much moodier sections featuring jazzy bass and drums, as well as some pretty haunting atmosphere from the synths. They also toss in some interesting effects modulated spoken word that really caught me off guard. I really love the interplay of these elements and the stellar dynamics that come with them. And furthermore, KROSIS' particular approach to this mixing and matching often feels refreshingly unpredictable. There were several times throughout the album where my mind expected a song to go in one direction, but instead experienced a hard left into unexpected territory. And I just can't say enough about how much their particular approach to synths adds to the unique textures and feel of each song. Suspense-building horns on the opening track sound straight out of some evening with the Philharmonic. With Virtue I Am Free goes for a more ethereal approach, while various more subtle breaks seem to suck the air out of the room like the vacuum of space through an airlock. This band really seems just as focused on what is not there as what it is, really utilizing that negative space. And the intro to An Elegy for a Man Alive sounds like something out of a 90s video game soundtrack. But regardless of which direction they are going at any given moment, A Memoir of Free Will consistently shows massive growth in terms of overall songwriting. One of my only complaints of Solemn Vadum was that there were too many simple, chugging binary riffs. Not enough gent. The kids, they love the gent. More chugs, please. This is most definitely not the case on this new album. Every track delivers a broad spectrum of riffs with obvious Meshuggah allusions, especially on the instrumental Questions of a Holistic Divine, sometimes going full Wormed. Others opting for a more Fallujah sounding approach. And they also give the clanky bass plenty of time to shine as well. And even the more breakdown-focused portions implement a much more extensive use of the fretboard to break up the basic palm muting. And I also need to say KROSIS have really stepped up to the plate in terms of carrying the longer material. They already toyed with some solid 7+ minute tracks on the previous release, but the titular closer on this one clocks in at nearly 11 minutes. Fortunately, they really managed to utilize the full runtime, thanks to all of the same strengths I have been listing about the album in general. So in short, A Memoir of Free Will is an album that death metal fans of all shapes and sizes should not miss in 2020. It's a big step forwards for KROSIS as a band, but also sets the bar really high for the genre in general this year. I give A Memoir of Free Will a 10 for enjoyability, a 10 for musicianship, and an 8 for innovation. 9.3, A. As always, thank you for watching these videos, and hit that like button if you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit that subscribe button and hit the bell. Leave us a comment, hop down to the description. You can also find links to our social media, the mailing list, metaltrenches.com for more reviews and other content. And of course, our Patreon and Subscribe Star. If you donate even just $1 a month, it would make a huge difference. But that'll do it for this video. Stick around for plenty more. This is Flight of Icarus, signing off. I will see you in the trenches.